Good morning, everyone. It's YC here from YC Cooks and Bakes. This morning I am going to put together a ham and navy bean soup for us to have later. It's kind of a cool day here in Carolina. We're on that roller coaster ride again where it's warm one day and cool the next, and tomorrow I heard is supposed to be warm again. So I got two shirts on because I've been hanging laundry, and it's quite chilly. At least it was earlier anyway. So I thought you might want to see. I know you've seen me make several homemade soups. I basically start out the same way with most of them, with a bone from the meat that we had and some extra scrap leftovers from the meat, and build my homemade soup like that with dried beans. And these are navy beans, and it's a pound because I already used, it was a 32-ounce bag and I already used the first 16 ounces. And they're good till 2026, so I know they're not going to give me, a hard time where, they don't want to soften or anything like that. These are nice and fresh, so that's a good thing. So I did the quick soak method on these, where you boil your beans for 2 minutes and then you put it aside with your 8 cups of water for about an hour, and then you build on it from that and just let it cook on low the rest of the day, and your stuff's all ready when supper time comes, which is really nice. So I'm gonna take the lid off and finish making this with you so you can see what I do. And right now it's just, I had sorted and washed the beans, put them in the 8 cups of water. You can see the navy beans in here. And I will proceed to the next step. Now, like I said, the first thing you want to have when you're doing a nice homemade soup is the bones, right? And we're going to put in this ham bone right now down in the middle of it. And then you want to have your leftover ham scraps, right? Anything that you have left over. And there's probably going to be more that comes off of the bone. So you go ahead and put that in. And all that is good flavor. You just want to, you can throw out a lot of the gristle or ham, but you want some in there for flavoring. Okay, and then I'll show you what I chopped up. I chopped up some celery, and this is like 2 ribs of celery, and 3 medium to large carrots chopped up, and this is a medium yellow onion. Okay, we'll go ahead and put that in. Like that. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put in a can of Hunt's diced tomatoes for acidity and flavor. You can put in whatever you want. If you don't like diced tomatoes, you don't have to put them in. That's just something I like to have in there for color and flavor and texture. Yep. See, look at this. It's already starting to look good. Now, I'll tell you what I have here. I have this is chicken bouillon, and there's a teaspoon for each of the 8 cups of water I put in here. Then there's a teaspoon of garlic, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, a 1/4 teaspoon of the cayenne, and black pepper. And those will go in at this time. Everything gets put in, and you let it go, all day. And it takes on all that wonderful flavor, and the beans become soft, and the bone adds a ton of flavor to the kettle of soup, or get all those veggies, make it nice and healthy. Now, did you notice I did not put in salt right away? Some of you may have noticed that when I put in the black pepper. And why is that? Because not only can a ham bone be salty, but celery has natural salt. There's a lot of sodium in celery. And then what else has salt? The chicken bouillon. So with those three things having sodium, you're going to want to let it go most of the day and then taste it. And if you feel like you need to add some salt at that time, then you can do so. But you don't want to over salt it. You don't want to do that. I'm going to set this where I can leave it all day. Now, if you find on these burners where people have the glass tops, if you find that putting on simmer or low on the front burner still makes it want to bubble and boil everywhere, then use the smaller burner, the smaller one on the inside, and set it to simmer. And it will simmer your whole pot, even though it goes beyond that circle, the circumference. So I often start it off on the big ring and then move it to the smaller inner ring to simmer it all day long. And that's how I do that, so that it's not constantly boiling to death. You want it to simmer nicely. You don't want it to bubble over and lose all your seasonings and everything and all your flavor. So I will bring you forward so you can see what this looks like. I'll get my big spoon so you can see. And of course it's not done yet, but you're not gonna wait all day for it to cook. So let's see what we got here. I will bring you forward so you can see. See all the stuff in there? Yeah, look at all the goodies in there. And this is going to be delicious. And you can always add more broth. You can add a different kind of vegetables if you want. If you'd rather have green peas instead of carrots, you can do that, or both. You can add like a little tiny baby pasta, whatever you want. This is your homemade soup, so you do it how you would like to. And that will help me use up that ham bone that I don't want to go bad. It has a lot of flavor, and we just love navy beans with ham. It's very, very delicious. And you can thicken this and put it over rice, or if you want to put less vegetables and make dumplings, that's completely up to you. It's your rodeo. So I hope you give this ham and navy bean soup a try. And I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.